Hey rugby fans, welcome back to my channel. Now my name is Ralph and welcome to Rugby Fanatic. Now today we're going to go to a quick guide on rugby positions, my own little version and my experience and my rugby knowledge. So if you're new to the game and understanding the roles of each player can seem overwhelming, well don't worry, I got your back. I'm going to break it down and make it simple and basic. I'm not going to go through the advanced stuff. So let's just break it down simply. So let's get started. Now, rugby teams are divided into forwards and backs. First, let's look at the forwards who focus on physical confrontation and set pieces. Now, we have our props, which is our number 1 and 3. So, our number 1 is our loose head props, which is the left side of the hooker. And then we have our number 3, which is our tie head prop, is the right side of the hooker. Now, their role is the props support the hooker in the scrums and provide stability in their front line. So they're the ones who set the balance in that front line and gaining ground as well and pushing forward, get that extra push. And when you see the props, they look intimidating, they look fearless, they're powerful. Yeah, so those are our props. Then we move on to our hookers. Now, our hookers are the little short, stocky guys. They're the ones that win the ball back in the scrum. So what I mean by winning the ball back, so when the ball is fed by the scrum half, which is the number 9, they put the ball in the middle in the scrum as set piece. The hookers will hook the ball back, and that is count as the ball winning back. Also, crucial in lineouts as well. They got to be accurate in their throwing, so their throwing game has to be on point as well. So that's our hookers. Then we have our locks, which is 4 and 5, which they support the props pushing forward, so they help them put that momentum going forward. So when we think of our locks, just think of them as our basketball players. You know, they're tall, they're powerful, and also they provide that power moving forward. Like I said, they provide that power to support the props going forward. And also they're good at jumping. They're the ones that jump in and contest for the ball. So you'll see a lot of them jumping up in the air and contesting for that ball. Winning that contest is important in that position. So then we move on to our flankers, our number 6 and 7. So our 6 is our blindside flanker, then our 7 is our open side flanker. Now, our flankers are very fast and fierce, and you know, you got to be the fittest guy on the field. The defense has to be on point. You'll see them, you know, they're aggressive tacklers, and you'll see them winning the breakdown as well, the turnovers. Number 8. So our number 8 is the last guy on the scrum. So they link to the forwards and the backs, and they're playing at the back of the scrum, as I mentioned. You know, so they're the last guys at the back. Now they have options. They are the pick and go for the snipe. You know, they're the snipers, because if the 8 pick and go, then that's when the 6 and 7, they have to, you know, keep their eyes open just in case that the 8 doesn't snipe through. So when we have our 6, our blind side, he has to watch the 8 as well, and our 7 has to watch the 8 on the open side. So it goes both ways, so they got to watch, you know, just in case there's a set move. They're tall and powerful, very athletic as well. They play a vital part in that position. So just remember, number 8, they links to the forwards, and they also link to the back, and they're playing at the back of the scrum. So they are the last guys at the back. And then we move on to the backs. Now, the backs they're more faster and they're more agile. They have a lot of skills, and they focus on creating scoring opportunities. Number 9, the number 9 links with the forwards and the backs, making quick decisions and also passes as well. So number 9 is the shortest guy, also a good communicator, because if the 10 is slacking, then the 9 can make those decisions. And we have our fly half, which is a key position, which is the playmaker who directs the attack and often kicks for goals. You got to see what's in front. You got to have good vision. Can't be a tunnel vision player. You got to be able to make the decision. You got to be a good decision maker. So, and he also dictates the forwards where to go, where they should be. So he's in control of the game. So first 5 links with the 9, and is a good communicator as well. So yeah, those two, the scrum half and the fly half, they communicate. They're the key in rugby. So 9 and 10. We have our centres, 12 and 13. Now they're responsible for breaking through defences and supporting teammates. Now, centre is a crucial role. You think of think of them as powerhouses. You know, they're good ball carriers, they're strong, you know, powerful, very fast, good distributors as well, and good on defense as well. So centers, they got to be good communicators. 12 and 13 have to link together. They got to be good, or they got to be on point on defense. They got to be able to read the defense. So they got a huge responsibility, 12 and 13. Our wingers, now 11 and 14, they are the fast players on the edges, good finishers. And, you know, not only they wingers are fast, but it's always important in the modern game. They also got to be on point with their aerial game. So their aerial game is like got to be good on high balls, especially on those high pressure situations when the ball is contesting in the air. So the aerial play has to be on point as well as a winger. So, and also communicating with the fullback, just in case the fullback doesn't get back on time. You know, they communicate well. The winger's always at the back cover, you know, just in case the fullback comes on attack and doesn't get back on time. That's when the wingers and the fullback, they communicate with each other. So they just feed off each other. So wingers have to be a good communicator as well. They're the last of the defence. They're involved in counter-attacks and kicking. So their kicking game has to be on point and also involving counter-attacks. So counter-attacks is when they receive the ball, they link with their back three and they're just running in open spaces. Open play, they're just trying to find space. You know, they're just running around the field finding space, but they're linking up with their players. So counter-attacks, you know, it's going from one end to another. So, and also when the 12 and 13 are lacking, opposition breaks the line, then it's all on the fullback. They're the last on the defence, and it's either, you know, do or die, you know. It's all or nothing, you know. They got to make that tackle. If they don't make that tackle, then it's game over. So luckily we have our fullbacks, yeah, you know, to cover, and they're very vital in the games. Then we have our reserves. Now each team has reserves known as replacements. They can come on for any player to provide fresh legs. They are like the impact players to adapt to game situations. They are the ones that they change the game. And also reserves is between 16 to 23, including substitutes for props, hooker, locks, flankers, backs, and utility players. So utility players are players who can play any position, backs and forwards. So that's what utility players are. Now you have a brief overview of rugby positions, and understanding these roles will enhance your enjoyment of the game. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you have any questions. Thanks for tuning in, and keep supporting my channel, and we'll see you in the next video.